In today's video, we're going to walk you through how to approach the search terms report inside Google Ads to get conversion rates like we have here with this boiler or HVAC campaign of 15%, and also with this roofing campaign that we have here with a conversion rate of just over 14%. And most would say that, your landing page is the main thing you want to focus on to get these conversion rates. But I'd argue that the actual search terms that you appear for are more important, if anything, to achieving high conversion rates, although you obviously need a good high quality landing page as well. But the reason why we want to focus on our search terms just as much is that if the searches our ads are appearing for are not highly relevant to the ad that they click on and the landing page that they land on, it doesn't matter how good your landing page is, you simply won't get the conversion without relevant search terms. And to go to your search terms report, what you want to do is just press on Insights and Reports and then go to Search Terms. And when it comes to looking at your search terms report, it's usually something I'd recommend looking at as often as possible, ideally a few times per week. And especially if you have a campaign that's getting a lot of impressions each day, the more often you do it, the less you're going to have to go through each time. Unlike other optimizations inside a Google Ads campaign that often take place only once every week or once every month, the search terms is usually the main thing that you'd be looking at, more than just once a week. Now, what we like to do with any campaigns that we start running, assuming that it's a viable option, is to use exact match keywords only wherever possible. And this gives us peace of mind knowing that the searches that the ads will actually appear for and the searches that are going to be getting clicks and spending budget are almost always going to be highly relevant, because with exact match keywords, there's only so many different variations of the keyword itself that your ads can appear for. So if you know exactly what types of searches would actually convert well on a specific ad or landing page, then you have a lot more control by using exact match keywords. And you also wouldn't need to worry about the fact that, for example, you might have about 100 impressions per day, but Google might only show you the search terms for 50 of those impressions. So you might have a lot of other search terms here that you don't actually know what you're appearing for. But at least with exact match, you don't need to worry about this too much because you know that with exact match, there's only so many different variations you can actually show up for in the first place. Whereas with phrase and broad match keywords, you're being a lot more flexible and there's a much wider variation of search terms that you can appear for, which is obviously useful to get more traffic if you're struggling to get search volume. But it does mean that you'll need to have much stronger negative keyword lists, and you'll also need to add a lot more irrelevant search terms as negatives from your search terms report. And it's also worth noting as well is that, for example, in this campaign, there are 8,284 impressions in total, and we've actually been able to see 5,500 of those and not been able to see around 2,700 of those. Whereas if you were using mostly phrase and broad match keywords, then the chances are the majority of the search terms that you appear for will fall under other here, and you won't even know what those search terms are. And that can be a problem if you're getting a lot of clicks from those other search terms and, getting a very low conversion rate from them, because you're basically spending budget on a ton of search terms that you don't even know whether they're good or not. And the reason we like to use exact match keywords, especially early on, is really to try and maintain as much control as possible. And in a lot of campaigns we're running as well, if they're easily able to spend their full daily budget with exact match only, then in a lot of cases we mightn't even add phrase match and definitely not broad match variants. But on the other hand, then in campaigns as well, once they've gotten to a point where they're getting consistent conversion data and the campaign is using smart bidding, that's usually when adding phrase or broad match keywords tends to work better rather than early on. And now we're going to cover exactly, how you should approach your search terms report routinely when it comes to adding negatives and whether you should add search terms as new keywords to your campaign. And if you'd like a free checklist that covers everything you need to remember when it comes to doing your search terms reports and everything else to remember when it comes to setting up and managing your Google Ads campaign from start to finish, I'll leave a link for this checklist down below. And if you are a service based business as well, looking for further help refining your own campaigns and having all of this done and taken care of for you, I'll also leave a link for that down below. And now, when it comes to going through your search terms report and adding negatives to your campaign, so let's just say we want to add these two search terms here as negatives to our campaign. When using exact match keywords, the chances are is that when you're adding negatives, the search term itself is only going to be irrelevant for that specific ad group, but in general isn't a bad quality search term. For example, affordable roofers near me might fall well under a general roofing ad group, but not the roof repair ad group. So when we add a negative, what we want to do is make sure it's kept as exact match as we have here, and also just add it at the ad group level as well. So then you can press save. And so if you have another ad group, then for example, a general roofers ad group where this search term would be more relevant, then it's more likely to actually show up on that ad because you added it as a negative to this ad group. And also, if you see search terms that are irrelevant for that specific ad group, but would be good for a new ad group that you haven't yet made, then you can always just take note of that search term to make a new ad group with later. And let's just say on the other hand, then you're running a campaign where there's some very irrelevant search terms if you're using phrase or broad match keywords, then when you're adding a negative, you can go to add negative, but you can do so at the campaign level if you know that there's no ad groups at all that search term would be relevant for. And on the other hand, then what we also want to cover is when do you actually add search terms as new keywords to your campaign? And what I'd usually recommend for this is add search terms that are relevant and are usually getting an average of one impression or more per day. So let's just assume if this campaign has been running for 88 days or longer, then it would make sense to add this search term as a keyword to this ad group here. And the reason we want to do this is because when we're doing our keyword research at the very beginning, when we're going through the keyword planner, we don't want to be just adding hundreds of keywords that have barely any search volume to the campaign. You want to add keywords that have at least 30 searches per month so that you know that you're going to be able to get an average of an impression per day for that keyword. So that way then you don't have a campaign with far too many keywords to maintain and a bunch of keywords that are sitting there not doing anything. So what you don't want to do is just add everything that's relevant that you see to your campaign. But if you do see relevant search terms and they're getting a lot of traffic like we have with this one, for example, then you can add it as a new keyword to your campaign. So apart from that, then all you need to remember to do is just take note of the dates that you last went through your search terms report to add negatives. And then just remember to check on a longer time horizon every so often to see if there are any relevant search terms that you actually want to add as new keywords to your campaign. And overall, the more relevant the search terms are that are actually getting clicks in your campaigns, the higher the chance you're actually going to get the conversion from that search because it's highly relevant to the ad that they click on and also highly relevant to the headline of the landing page that they land on as well. So I hope the video helped and gave you clarity on how to go about approaching the search terms report inside your Google Ads campaign. Now, if you do have any questions about the search terms report or anything else related to Google Ads as a whole, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you do find this content useful as well, do consider subscribing to the channel. And if there are any other particular aspects of the setup or management of your Google Ads campaign that you'd like further help with, I'll leave the link up above to a playlist that covers videos covering each of the individual aspects of both setting up and managing your Google Ads campaign from start to finish.